So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's away we go then.
Peter, if you're looking for a defensive blueprint, then look no further than Alessandro Nesta.
There's nothing he hasn't got, is there?
As complete a stopper as I can remember, he just loves to defend and he's always willing to put his body on the line.
Nesta did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And this is Del Piero. Ibrahimovic is onto it in a flash. Now it's Messi.
Such good technique.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Foden. Ball played for Rijkaard. Passes short and... Del Piero! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
he's had it nicked away. That's a lovely, neat pass. Just the goalkeeper's big chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And he's there to clear it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Pelé. Can he get it through? Now it's Zico. Oh, it's gone in!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you'll have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
And here's Cristiano and Hullet! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 2 then. Oh, smashing header! Well, there's the clearance. Brazil have the chance to go the other way. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Has a look and plays it forward. And no, that was never going to make it. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Over to the left. And a chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Great vision. Oh, he's been caught napping. He's having a shot! He scored! And there's the goal they've been looking for. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Shot a goal! Oh, another save.
Great stop from the keeper. That was something else. He's definitely coming out on top at the moment.
Messi. That has ended up in no man's land. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And he's there to make the challenge. Leicester promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, can he get onto this? Messi. Van Dijk makes the interception. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, good-looking ball. Ibrahimovic is onto it in a flash. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Foden! Nicely weighted ball.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Dida gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And he's managed to gift it back. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's a key interception. And he has been fouled there. And he's going to have his name taken.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de
And he can clear it
acréscimo.
away. Van Dijk. Thuram is herring after that one. Oh, that was vital. And the first half is done.
Brazil are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Souvenirs da partida de hoje
Brazil
já à
sitting
venda.
pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up.
Substituição em andamento.
That gets things going for the second half. And it's Bergomi. Lovely feet. Goes for a shot! It's a clearance, but not much of one. Pele,
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
spread neatly. Stood up well to him there. Nesta, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's come to nothing. Played back. Foden. Now it's Pele. That's a decent clearance.
The taker has to look for options, because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Foden with the clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Hullet. Lahm. Brazil with this handy-looking 2-0 lead. They are looking comfortable. Messi. And the counter is on. Not the most accurate pass.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Messi is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Tries to pass it through. Well, that pass isn't the best. Seedorf. Del Piero. Pinches it off him. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Del Piero. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried. Great chance here from position A1. Messi! And how good was that? A finish of true class! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
We have already started here.
Cannavaro is the name on everybody's lips. Hardly a surprise when you're making your 500th appearance. Quite something, Jim Beglin.
Well, what an amazing career he's had, Peter, and I'm sure this won't be the last significant landmark he'll surpass. I think when it comes to consistency, this guy has set the levels.
And it's Messi. Cafu. And back to the keeper they go. Van Belten. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. That's a shade optimistic. Scholes. Now, can they get him away? Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Scholes. Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. First quarter of an hour gone. He's found the way through. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Played in with purpose. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Tries to play it through. Pass is just off target.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Distributed tidily. Not the most accurate pass. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
That has not gone well. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
That pass isn't the best. No way through. Costa Corta. Great vision. Forlan, and this is Forlan. And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. A real chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Aimed beyond the defence. Can he get on the end of this? Nicely shaped ball. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Totti in the hunt and looking threatening. Now it's Messi. And he's being shifted off it. Now it's Del Piero. That's a nicely shaped ball. He has found the way through. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Neither side giving way, it has been tight. Van Balten. Now it's Pele. Shot could be on. Great chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And now they can spring out of defence. What scores? Big chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
Out to the right. Oh, strongly challenged there. And it's Scholes. And this is Cruyff. Cruyff unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, no joy this time. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Cafu. And it's Totti. And the first half is done. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Whistle's gone, that's foul. And he's going to have his name taken. And that's a throw-in. Toss somewhat off target.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Hangs in across. Well, couldn't quite control it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
It's their second corner of the game. He's got tall. In he goes again. Goal!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Marcó en el minuto 53 el dorsal 14.
So the first goal of the game.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Oh, that's a fine interception. And that was very necessary. Looking for the run. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Is there? It's full on! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Out for a throw. Now it's Messi. And he was alert to it. It's run loose, who's going to get there? And this is Cruyff. Messi. And this is Del Piero. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to...
Shoots! And that is doing no harm at all.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Brazil can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Now that looks a decent ball. No, it's come to nothing. Van Belten. Cafu. Now it's Neymar. Scholes is always scanning the pitch for targets. Oh, good spread. Threads one in. Now it's Villa.
There they go, hunting again.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And this is Totti. That's going to go a long way. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. It's a pretty loose pass. And back to the keeper. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Cafu.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Scholes. And he shoots! No mistake! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in it.
He's having a shot! That's another chance! It's in! And that brings up the century. Goal number 100 for one very special player. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Brazil get themselves back into contention.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
No, that's been intercepted. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Messi providing an outlet on that flank.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Cruyff. And it's Lam. Well, this is surely their last chance. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Nice-looking ball. Well-timed, excellent interception. Scholes. Costa Curta. Cafu. Oh no, this does not look good. And the finish! He has done it! Dying minutes, and we're all square again. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such... And that is that. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, neither side could...
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And we're underway. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolutely born winner. You just feel that with him on the pitch, anything is possible.
And what's more, he brings out the best in his teammates.
Yeah, I think he just gives them that confidence that they can overcome whatever the opposition throws at them, and he leads by example, of course, and will probably come up with something.
Now it's Del Piero. Rooney. Out towards the flank. Rooney. Park Ji-sung could try cutting inside here. Cleared without hesitation. Oh, good spread. Marquinhos. Darren Fletcher. And it's Messi. And he's... There's the header! Oh, should really have made more of that.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rijkaard. Looking to play him in. Oh, that's well spotted. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Messi. He's a sharp little ball here. Carvajal. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now he's got space here. Takes aim and crosses. A corner it is then. Manchester United with the corner. They're first. And it's been taken short. And here's Rooney. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Brazil have the chance to go the other way. Bruno Fernandes. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this. And Del Piero! Goal! Brazil! And Brazil take the lead. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Brazil are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have our breakthrough. Chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Rooney. York. Now that looks a decent ball. And here's Rooney. York. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Can he finish? He scored! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Terrible error, duly punished.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
And that's another throw. And it's Messi.
Vieira, a true great in every sense of the word. Muscular approach does pay off here.
Rooney really needed to concentrate on...
Rooney! Oh, what has happened here? And that should get the job done. Oh, such a clever touch. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Corner number 2 then. Rooney plays it short. Brazil are looking to go forward now. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Now it's Del Piero, and he was quick to react. It's run loose here. Carvajal. And it's Messi. Bruno Fernandes. He's on it. Can he get away? And Carvajal. Carvajal hurtling down that right flank. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately he rises! No, couldn't quite control it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Now it's Pelé, and this is Del Piero. Well timed, excellent interception. Vieira. This is Zico. Great vision. Messi, good read, needed to be. That's the throw. Now it's Rooney. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, well played, well sorted out. That is ended up in no man's land. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And there's the end of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. The second half then, just getting going. Pelé. Nicely spread. Messi. He's picked his way through. Seedorf did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Oh, that was vital. And he's there to get it away. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Pelé is on his own. Right card with a definite foul there. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Keeper's not concerned by that.
I was expecting him to play it in until I saw his run-up.
Carvajal is one whose deliveries we all know about. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape.
He's gone for goal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Bruno Fernandes clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
So, third corner of the game. Maldini can get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Messi. Messi demonstrating his defensive quality there. And it's Vieira. Messi. Carvajal in acres of space. Tries a shot! Goal! Manchester United! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa 17.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Manchester United take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Camisa 13. Camisa 21.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Picked out, great chance! Oh, that's fabulous! He's got himself an absolute peach. That is remarkable, all square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter, not a lot more to add.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Oh, no joy this time. Darren Fletcher. Conte. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Messi tries to pass it through. Real chance!
Manchester United really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
It's bounced back off the post. Conte. And it's Messi. Carvajal. Can he get on the end of this? Messi. Rooney. And that's not going to reach.
Time for a change in personnel. Raul. Rooney. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
He is just caressing the ball.
Hazard. The final 5 minutes.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Now it's Owen.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Now it's Neymar.
Nicely weighted ball. Not much subtlety about that challenge.
I have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
3 minutos de acréscimo.
And that is expertly dealt with. And he cuts out the supply. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Knocks it out wide. And it's Carvajal. Crosses it in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And the referee brings it to a close.
A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied.
Your reflections then, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. We have already started here.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle.
Hoyland! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Stood up well to him there. Shot could be on. Played out towards the right wing. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Lampard. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. He's going for goal! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Surely now! Well, there's the clearance. Van de Ven. Park Ji-sung. It's a really well-measured ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Van de Ven kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Aimed beyond the defence. Not the most accurate pass. It's Park Ji-sung. And Park Ji-sung! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Olise! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Goes for a shot! It's hit the upright. Cleared without hesitation. Played out to the right. It's a threatening ball. Out to the right. Messi. Looking for the run. That's been slipped through. And he's... And Del Piero! They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Keeper's dealt with that. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. That's rather hopeful. It may be goalless, but it is not without interest.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
Olise gets into a good position. Olise! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Olise is offering a wry smile there.
Poland have their second corner now. That's a decent clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. No luck with that dink over the top. It's Lampard! Very nearly half an hour gone here. Poland have reclaimed it. And this is Torres. Torres showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. It looks a good ball through. Messi! Now, who's going to be first to this? It's a pretty loose pass. That's a lovely pass. Chooses to go back. Here's a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's their second corner of the game. It's a mighty effort! Off the bar! Real chance! Goal! Brazil! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Goal scorer for Brazil after 37 minutes is number 20, Pele.
Brazil have fired themselves in front.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Oh, just skips past his man. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now it's Olise. Fernando Torres. Torres was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Good great chance! Oh, that is very close.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Lampard. And here's Torres. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Zanetti.
And
that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
And now, to all members of the
On the
crowd,
face of it,
I'd
it
like
looks
to
a
ask
fair
you to
reflection
join
of
me
what
in
we've all
wishing
seen,
our
Peter.
birthday boy
Some
a
incisive
very
play one
special
side,
birthday.
battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Brazil can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. There's the start of the second half. Brazil carrying a one-goal lead.
Poland really are trying to go early and direct here, Peter. There's definitely a conscious effort to almost bypass midfield and get someone in quickly.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And the long ball is...
It's Lampard! Oh, that's a waste.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Oh, good spread. Now it's Torres. And it's Belletti.
That was lovely, that.
Ball driven towards the far post. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Hoyland, he's found a way through. He's tried one. Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Look, they seem set on a tactic that's not really yielding any results. You'd imagine they're targeting a weakness, but they look a weakness themselves.
Can he get it through? Zanetti. That's Park Ji-sung. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Park Ji-sung unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now, can they get him away? Belletti. Nicely spread. Olise. Brazil are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Well, that is one way to stop him.
This is the time you need that pace.
Del Piero. Del Piero showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Olise. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he welcomes it in. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Torres, and he's had it nicked away. That's a smartly directed ball. Del Piero was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Oh, it's come loose. Oh, that's a key interception. And that's gone loose. Has a shot!
Substitution for Poland, number 19, Poland, number 18, Fernando Torres, number
Serginho's
21,
cross.
Olise, number 4.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible... And the finish! And it's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Well, it's an inspired substitution to Van Nistelrooy! Oh, should have put that away.
It's a good effort, and you can sense that they're upping the gears. This needs to be sustained now.
Now it's Neymar. Van der Ven calmly anticipates. Serginho. Zanetti. And it's Serginho. And it's De Bruyne. And Park Ji-sung! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Now the delivery, he's got tall! And that's a real chance missed. And he's being shifted off it. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Back into the middle. Belletti.
De Bruyne.
Now it's Park Ji-sung. Lam getting this one clear. And that is out of play. And it's Ruben Neves. And there's the shot! And for sure, that was not one of his best. And he's decided to go for it.
There
Serginho.
will be 3 minutes at a time.
Park Ji-sung. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Nicely aimed pass. That's a lovely, neat pass. Well, that's well seen too. So that's it. It is all over. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of their people.
I'd like to draw your attention to this.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. The action has already started. So here is the master craftsman, the arch schemer, the distributor-in-chief, Andrea Pirlo.
And I imagine he's already thinking of ways to pull all the strings from that deep-lying position of his.
He's great, isn't he? The vision he has, the way he can see and measure everything in front of him.
Yeah, it's just fair to say that he's always that one step ahead of his opponents.
Thuram kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Messi. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Brazil clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Rummenigge clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Chooses the great chance! There will be a throw-in. That has been cut short. And it's Scholes. Tries to play it through. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come...
Shot, surely! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. Lahm. Now it's Messi. It's a pretty loose pass. First quarter of an hour gone. Looking to play him in. Brazil, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Oh, he's been... And Del Piero! Goal, Brazil! Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly. I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Rummenigge. That was superb goalkeeping.
Rummenigge actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game. Dembele plays it short. Mateus with the cross. And he gets rid in a hurry. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Eric Scholes has a shot! Just swings wide.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that and it wasn't far away at all.
You can run onto that. Oh, that was vital. Mateus. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Can he finish? They've scored! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
That has not gone well. And here's Hullet. Pirlo. Del Piero. Pirlo makes the interception. Scholes. Rummenigge takes the shot! Hullet. He's shifting through the gears here. Mateus. And the ball's come loose here. Now that looks a decent ball. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Pull it, shoots! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And it's Pirlo. And here's Scholes. Lahm. No way through. Can he get it through? It's a promising position. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Corner number 3 coming up. Dembele with the short one. No way through. And the finish! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
So their 4th corner of the game. They've played it short. Opts to... He's going for goal! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Pirlo is offering a right smile there.
They're up to 5 corners now. And that has been... And again! It's off target and by quite a way. Thuram kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Gullit. Scholes knocks it into... Chance for a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's let fly! Maldini. Looking for options for movement. He's got away. Rummenigge touches it back. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Brazil are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. So once again, we're underway. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice... Good chance here! Oh, that's a waste.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Dembele. Mateus. Gullit. And he cuts out the supply. Thuram tidy with his distribution. Gullit. Oh, shooting chance! Rude Gullit! That is just a piece of art!
Oh, that was magnificent. What a way to stamp your ability on a game. Not necessarily pivotal, but it has most definitely shifted momentum. Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And that has left him in a heap. Scholes, he's picked his win. Scholes!
Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
The corner count is rising. That's 6. Dembele, who's short. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Brazil have the chance to go the other way. Oh, that's fabulous.
And a chance!
Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Well, Peter, just...
And he's had a hit! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Seedorf really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
He rises!
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Dixon.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Rummenigge. Shifted it to the flank. And they've been given a corner. It's a lucky 7th corner.
Substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa 17, camisa 19, camisa 22, camisa 23, camisa 20.
And it's been taken short. And here's Dembele. Good ball, good take. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. Brazil present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Buffon will have to save it here, or there's real trouble.
Calm as you like, and they're running away with it.
Not much more than a formality.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Looking for the run. And this is Dembele. Serves up across. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Neymar. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know,
And he shoots!
And that would have won it.
Oh, he went for it there knowing full well that it could have all been wrapped up.
Substituição em andamento.
Well, the corners keep on coming. This is their 8th of the game now. Brazil are looking to go forward now. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Threads one in. He is through here. Rummenigge, can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase onto it. Oh, what a mistake! Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Thuram. Could be danger here! Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. Gerrard. Now it's Cruyff. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. That pass has been well intercepted. That's been cut out, well played. Davids. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Aimed beyond the defence. This might spell danger. Shapes to shoot! And it's come back out to him. Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Senhoras e senhores, joguem lixo somente nas lixeiras. Agradecemos a colaboração.